All right, so the boys are wrapping up the season, and they're taking on Arcadia again to end the season. Now we saw this last year. Arcadia, if I remember correctly, we went to Arcadia last year because we usually there. I think them we alternated with, but last year we did the same thing we did to Arcadia or did to Alvernia. I'm gonna do that 800 times this video, so I just know already it's gonna happen. I did it last week. I'm probably gonna do it again. So if I say Alvernia, I probably mean Arcadia. But they're they're not as tough. I wouldn't say they're going to be as tough as our Alvernia was last two games. Because I mean, Alvernia took them kind of to the wire. You saw it in just how good of a game Alvernia played. There's a reason they're number 4 in the conference before those games, and I think they still are number 4 in the conference. And it's telling that that's a team that's actually kind of good. Arcadia, not nearly as good. They're 7-12-4 on the season, and they've only won one game on the road, going 1-6-2. They have losses against teams like Salve Regina, two against in a series against Manhattanville, two ties to Nazareth, a loss and a win to Lebanon Valley, a win over Morrisville. A two-game series that resulted both in losses against Kings College, a two-game series of losses against Wilkes, and a win and a tie over Alvernia. They also went 0-2 against Stevenson and 1-1 against Chatham. So they're not a great team. They're not absolutely horrible, but they're not absolutely stellar too. And you see kind of how they play in their road games. They were on the road against Salve Regina, Manhattanville, one game against Lebanon, one against Morrisville, one against Kings College. They only played Morrisville once. One against Wilkes, one against Alvernia, one against Stevenson, and a lot of those were split series, and they lost a lot of those road games. So they're definitely a better team at home than they are on the road, which is different from how Alvernia behaved, where they had lost one game on the road up until last weekend, and now they have 3. But they had lost one game on the road up until that point. So with that, my guess would be you're going to see just throwing guys in, just throw them in. At this current point for playing for UC, you're gonna see gut. You're gonna see. I want to say ADR, but he's usually in the roster. You're probably going to see Reed Oliver at least one game. I can tell you that. Dom Vidamov, you're going to see at least one game, very likely. And you just you'll see those couple guys get a little bit of a shot to play that wouldn't necessarily be in those games where it's like we need to win now. So it's kind of a chance to rest a little bit and just do your thing. Take those 2 games, and then look where the tournament takes you. So it's definitely going to be interesting. I mean, I'm not expecting anything big out of Arcadia, but anything's possible. With college hockey, anything is legitimately possible. I've seen crazy in just a few years. So anything legitimately can be possible, but I don't expect much. And I expect you to kind of just walk in and go, we know what we got, we know our game. We're going to go play it. And I looked, the guys playing tonight aren't out yet. It'll be out by the time I start editing, I guarantee you. Because I'm recording this at 2 o'clock. Usually comes out like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. I see it by the time I get there. And I get there at like 5. So, and not only that, I do want to highlight ticket announcements for playoffs have been announced. So, at this weekend's games, you can buy tickets for the quarterfinals and semifinals of the UCHC. And then let me see. I want to make sure I'm right on this. So general public tickets can be purchased starting the 19th, but season ticket holders after the Arcadia games can stop by and buy their tickets because their tickets will be reserved in up to the 19th. If they're not bought by the 19th, anyone can buy them. and they will not be put on cards. They will be handed out just normal tickets like last year. So it's normal for that. And the championship game, if Utica makes it there, season ticket holders will get a 3-day window from the February 26th, a Monday, through that Wednesday, the 28th, to grab tickets. And then all tickets may begin being purchased from the 28th on to that championship game on Saturday, March 2nd. And also, season ticket members access to buying tickets for the 24-25 season launches Monday, February 26th at noon. The prices are $90 per seat for 1 to 3 and $70 for a 4-pack. So that is there. And also, while I'm wrapping this up, last week, the first game against Alvernia, Utica locked in their regular season UCHC champs again. So they walk into the tournament as the 1 seed, home ice advantage as far as they make it. And we'll see who the 8 is. I don't know if it's official yet. I haven't looked. Usually the 8th seed, I don't check until that week after Sunday of the last week, because then there's always someone that can move. So, I mean, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. I mean, you kind of already have a picture of the teams that are going to be in if you've really watched and paid a little attention. Teams like Alvernia, Stevenson, Naz, Manhattanville, they're all going to make it, as far as I remember. And, I mean, we'll see how the games go. I'm excited. I'm pumped. If anyone's there, come down to 103 and hang out with the herd. And no one's going to come down there for me. So, herd hopefully will be there at least tonight and tomorrow, because I know they showed up in bulk Friday and then partial Saturday of last week. So, your best shot of getting to maybe Friday. Anyways, you know I am, and I'll see you at some point with more stuff. Hopefully we win this weekend.